Welcome to Digimap for Colleges. This short video will give you an introduction to the Digimap for Colleges service. Once you come into the service, this will be the interface that you are presented with. I'm just going to run through some of the functionality so you get a better idea of how the service works. Okay, so to start with, you probably want to find a relevant map. Now there are several ways of doing this. The first way is simply to double click and zoom in on the area you want to view. Alternatively, you can enter the town name or village name in the search box here on the left hand side, or you can use a postcode or the Ordnance Survey grid reference number. For the time being, I'm just using the postcode. So if you click on go, this will bring you in. So you can move the map around by clicking and pulling the map, or alternatively using the toggle here on the top right hand side. You can maximize the map so that it takes up the full browser window by clicking on the Make the Map Bigger button here. So now once you have this, you can do many things in Digimap for Schools. I'm going to start by showing you how you add some annotations and photos, etc. to the map. So first of all, you click on the annotation tools here, and you'll see a toolbar appear. Now you can move this around the screen. So to start with, I'm just going to add a marker. So I'm just going to add one here. You can add a couple of others. You've 9 to choose from. So I'm going to add one here, and perhaps another one just here. Okay, so along with adding markers, you can also add labels. So you can edit the size of your text here by changing the size of it. So for instance, I'm going to add an 18 Arial font, and I'm going to add a label to this marker and just call it home. Okay, you can see it appear here, and this one I'm just going to call park and add it here. Okay, so you can also do things like add lines or draw lines onto your map. So I'm just going to draw a red line and draw it between home and the park. Double click to finish, you'd see the red line appear. Okay, you can also do things like mark out an area as well. So if you do this here, you can sort of mark out an area and have it appear on your map. So I'll just do it very quickly so you get an idea. Double click to finish, and you'll see the area marked out. Again, the colors can be changed. You also have the ability to add several shapes to your map if you wish. I'm not going to bother at the moment. And you can also add a buffer as well. So for instance, if you wanted to see the catchment area of a school, you simply click on the buffer tool and decide the radius you want. And in this instance, I'm just going to go for a 0.2 kilometer radius, or 200 meters. Okay, so then once you've done this, you simply click on where you want the buffer to appear, and you click here, and you can see the buffer appear around the school. Okay, I'm just going to delete this. So if you go to delete features, you can also delete them very easily. Okay, you can also add photographs. So I'm just going to add a quick photograph to the map. So you select the photograph tool and click on where you want to place the image, and then find the image on your computer and simply upload it. Okay, so you can see once you click on the photo, you can get the full size image as well, and you can move this around. Okay, so these are some of the things you can do. Other things you can do are in the toolbar at the top here, or you can measure distances. So for instance, if you wanted to measure a straight line distance from one end of the road to the other, you simply click once to start, click every time you want to change the direction, and then double click to finish, and you can see that the distance is 889 meters. Or in miles, you just click the radio button and you get us 0.55 miles. Again, this can be done for area by simply selecting the area tool and marking out the area you wish to measure. And again, you can see double click to finish, and you can see it's 0.3 square kilometers. Okay, other things you can do is you can add grid lines to your map. So if you click on this here, you will see the grid lines appearing on your map, and you can do eastings and northings with this, and you can also find the specific grid reference of any particular point by clicking on the grid reference tool here and selecting a point. so you can see the grid reference for the school itself. So I'm just going to remove these for the time being. Another very important feature is your ability to save your map. Okay, so you can save your map and come back to it at any time. So to do this, you simply save the map, you give it a title, my area, and you enter your name and your course. And simply save. You'll be told it's saved, and you can come back at any time and simply go to open a save map, and you'll be able to retrieve your map here by just double clicking on it. Okay. Finally, I'm just going to show you that you can print your maps. So you can print in a PDF or JPEG format, A3 or A4, a portrait or a landscape, and you can add the grid lines to it if you wish in the printout, and then you simply give it a title. So my area and your name, and then you simply go to make printable map. So once you hit the make printable map button, your map will appear as a download in your browser. You simply click on this download and it will either appear in your browser or using the relevant PDF or JPEG viewer for your particular computer. This map is the one we've just created, and as you can see, it's got the title on it, it's got the annotations along with the scale and the grid lines, as you can see here as well. That's it in regards to this introduction video. Hopefully you've enjoyed it, and hopefully you get to use the service soon.